sorry, I need to finish the project.
It's fine, no, it's fine.
But you can be here, it's just
It's fine.
yeah. I'm sorry, I know you just woke up.
Sorry, Ella, I didn't mean to be a bitch, by the way. I literally just...
No, I know. You told me.
I know, I always feel bad though. I'm always like, when I start coming round, I'm like, wow, that was really out of order, Amy. I'm like, that person was being polite and you were a cunt.
No.
I always feel bad.
Oh, that's nice. But that's nice. You feel bad. Really. You told me so. Mm. Well, I'm reading this clever book, and there is part about webcam sex.
Oh god.
Yes.
Okay, why am I saying oh god like I've never done it? I've done it. I'm like, oh god! No, I've done it. I can't even lie.
But it's funny that it's like in context with art.
Sex is always in contact with, connection with art, though, isn't it?
I think so. Well, actually, sex could be connected with everything. Or, like, art could be connected with everything. So, yeah.
I think it's one of them things as well. People like art to be shocking nowadays. Like art, like it's one of them things. Like art's where people want you to either love it or hate it, because either way you kind of responding to it, not just like oh, okay. Like if you're outraged by it or you're fascinated, people want to draw in that response.
Well,
so sex is like one of those things that's seen as being quite scandalous and something that's quite, you know, behind closed doors. So to make it into an art piece can generally get some sort of response out of people. So it's why people do it.
But actually, I think like that in artistic circles, sex is nowadays quite boring thing.
Yeah.
Because like it was before, it was like in 60s everyone was naked, and like art was naked.
Been overused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's still for the normal people is still quite behind the border.
Yeah, but in terms of art, the artist spectrum for artists, it's quite, oh, okay, been there, done that.
Yes,
you know, got the t-shirt, seen a million other people do it, like, you know, let's hit something original now. I agree with you in that sense, because when I come here last year, everyone was like, oh, there was a girl that did a piece where she was naked in, like, it was like a film piece, but she was naked in it and she had sex with a boyfriend, and you know, you couldn't really see them have sex, but you knew they were having sex. You could see like her back because it happened. Then Kia did a piece where like he wanted people to be naked, and Abby was naked, and like he asked us to be naked, and I said nope. I said, unless you're gonna pay me, no. I said, oh, if I'm getting naked, I want it like done like a professional thing. I want it paid for it. And I want to have rights to where you're posting that. I want to have a say in where that goes. And Kia was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to be able to post it wherever I want. I was like, well, I'm not getting naked then. So we compromised, and I basically wore very, just
not
covered the bits.
Yes.
Covered the bits. Then there was another piece that Kia and Brianne did where they were naked and taped to the floor. And then there was Julia was like, oh, can we get naked for this piece? And I was just like, why does everyone want to get naked? I was like, it was all like, woo, whatever, when it was quite shocking when the girl did it in the video, when she had sex, mainly because we did it, because she played, no one knew it was happening, and it happened, it was the first time someone did it in the year, and she played it in front of all of our teachers. And we weren't shocked because we watched it, we were shocked that she was letting the teachers watch her have sex. We were like, oh my god, Simon's watching her have sex, like what, why is she doing this, why? Yeah, we weren't like, oh my god, she's having sex. It was literally just because there was a teacher in the room, and we were like, but yeah, I did a piece with Julia, and then Julia was like, oh, we could be naked in it. And I didn't know. I was like, no. And she was like, why not? Like, if you're not comfortable getting naked, I'll just get naked. And I was like, what's the point in you getting naked?
Yes.
Like, what purpose does it serve? What message are you conveying by you being naked?
Because like, it's not enough that you just
You
feel
can't.
that you can.
There's got to be a reason. If you're gonna do it now, nowadays, if you're gonna get naked, there's got to be a reason you're getting naked. Otherwise, it's just fucking pointless.
Yes.
So yeah, she was like, "Oh, I don't know. I just think people like be shocked by it and all that." I was like, "No, they fucking won't. Like, no one's gonna be shocked by it. It's just gonna be like, oh, he's naked."
Yes.
Like, no one's gonna be shocked by it. It means nothing. It's a waste of time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you want to get naked, go get naked on your own time, because it's just it's a waste of it.
That's true.
Yeah, and I was like, when it comes down to like when our teachers are like, "Ooh, why did you get naked?" and we go, "Don't like it," they're gonna be like, "Well, not good enough." Like, yeah, I mean,
yes.
So yeah, I was like, "No, we're not getting naked. No one's getting naked. Get over it." I was like, every fucking piece someone's done, someone's got naked. We're not getting naked.
Yes, so it's quite popular, like, be naked in your course.
I think it's because everyone's always seen it happen in pieces, like performances, like dancers. But obviously, like, we've always been too young to kind of do it. You know what I mean? Like, we've always been too young to get naked, or you've not been in like an environment where it's all artists that are mature enough to not be like, ha, there's a tit. You know what I mean? Like, when you're like 16, if some people are not just mature enough, so I think it's because they're old enough now and they're in a mature environment with other artists that aren't gonna, you know, see it as daft or whatever. Everyone's on the same maturity level. But like, yes, this is the time to experiment and explore with it. And it's true, it's great to do that, but don't just like let that, like...
Yes, but you can experiment in many ways. Like,
if you're gonna use nudity, do it in a way that no one's done it. Or something, you know what I mean? Like, change it up. Don't just get naked. Do something with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was more, Kier did, like I told you, Kier did a dance piece with, it had people in it, but it also had objects in it. I can't remember what he calls it. I think he calls all of his work generally has some sort of object in it, or so you've got objects in it or technology involved in it. It's never just human bodies.
Yes.
But I think most of the ones where he has like objects in it, I think he calls it, I think it's always titled Kier Klein in the Company of Objects. Which is quite funny actually, because it was like,
can I see somewhere his work?
Yeah, I'll get the soup one up in a minute. But I was more shocked by what Kier did, and found that more interesting than everyone getting fucking naked.
Yes.
I was like that's more interesting.
I knew that he's doing robots, but I never think about like in which way. And when you talk about it with Leo, I was like, wow, that's amazing. But that's really cool. That's really something that I've never think about before.
Yeah.
And it's like, it has point. It has really good point.
Well, I always said this about Kier. Everyone didn't really rate his work at first. Everyone was like, oh, you know, like when you got someone that's different, so everyone's like, oh, it's so different. Ew, like, I don't like it. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm gonna bitch about it because they're different. Everyone was kind of like that with Kier. Everyone was like, they hated his work because it was just so not what they were used to. And I said from day one of meeting him, he'll end up somewhere. he'll end up somewhere with his work. His work will get noticed. Whether he'll get paid for it and end up being, you know, rich, whatever, but someone will notice his work at some point. And then as the year went on, now everyone started to kind of be like, oh yeah, Kia's really good at what he does, isn't he? Kia's really different. Kia's got such unique ideas, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you stop judging it and start seeing that what you're doing is actually boring, just because his is different, his is actually more interesting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't understand it, but that's the point. You don't understand it. I understand everything you're doing, and that's why it's boring. But yeah, I don't know how he does it. But I said he'll do something. He'll either put an exhibition on, or someone will ask. He will. I don't think he'll ever be a dancer. Don't think he'll ever be a dancer. But I do think he will do something within the art industry, whether that's dance and art, or just fine art, or movement art.
Well, as we talked about before, it's like it's actually starting to doesn't matter what kind of artist you are actually, because
it's all starting to merge. Kia is one of them people that will definitely be somewhere in that merge. He's not like a dancer or an artist. He's somewhere in this weird middle. Like Kia will definitely end up going somewhere in this. I don't even know what it's fucking defined as anymore.
Yes. Well, I think no one knows. It's like, but it's good that you can. This is really interesting. So I've never think about that your course could be so open, like.
Oh, it can be so open. I just think.
But you have it a bit same as we. Like, if you want to just dance, you can dance. If you want to make robots, you can make robots. If you want to, I don't know, just lay down on the floor and say this is my dance, you can.
As long as you can justify why. Yeah. You can't just.
I know.
Oh, I couldn't be asked to do anything today, so I'll lay down on the floor.
But if you can say why you are doing it, and why is this for you interesting?
Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? You could just lie on the floor and say, oh, it's because I couldn't be asked doing anything today, and you could title it something like human emotion or something like that, and then you could come in the studios 5 times a day and just do one thing that you feel like that day. If you felt lazy that day, you could lie on the floor that day. If you felt active, you could jump down 10 times, put it all together in a film and call it human expression or something like that. You could literally lie on the floor and do fuck all, as long as you can validate it for some reason. But a lot of people don't use that. I'll admit, I don't really use it that much. I'll admit, I don't.
You should. This is actually pretty good, like you you told me you could do that. Yeah.
I'd say, oh for fuck's sake, what am I doing on the laptop here? Done something I don't know what I've done. I'd say that a lot of people do the whole okay, this is dance, so we're going to create something dancey that looks nice and it's movement based and it's all choreographed and it's traditionally, not traditionally, but like more modern and accepted kind of thing. Most people go down that route. Admittedly, I do it as well. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's quite common as in fine arts, like there is almost half of the people are painters and they're painting the stuff, which is like, some of them are amazingly good at it, but still it's like, still painting. And some of them are really lost, but yeah, I guess that's the point, because there's 100 people, so.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, really. I'm fucking straight for it. Yeah, I think that's what people started to realise. What did you do? He did a piece. I'll show you the soup in a minute. He did a piece called something like, I can't remember what it was, But it was basically just about how the fact that his work's underappreciated now. Because it was like basically how his work's underappreciated now, and how people only notice what he does when he's dead. Like that's when people will take recognition, is when he's dead and he's gone. And it was work like that, and it was done through TVs. He had like 5 TVs. There weren't even any physical dancing involved. There were 5 TVs, and I think like 2 of the TVs, it was just text that kind of just constantly came back up. One of the texts was something like, my work will only matter when I'm dead. That was one of them. And there was another text that came up saying something else, I can't remember what that was. And then on all the other TVs he had like, either he was in Club I just dancing like raving, and he had that video. Then he had one of him like asleep, like he'd filmed himself when he was asleep, and it was just like him tossing and turning, but like on a loop. And then there was another one of something else, I think of him just sat staring at the camera and then making really small, you know what I mean, gestural movements kind of thing. Right, and there was like, you came in, it was kind of like, like an exhibition kind of thing. You just sort of said, come in, walk around the space freely as you want, look at what you want, be in the space for as long as you want, and leave when you're finished. So you just kind of walked in, and then there was all these TVs, and you just went around and looked as you would in an art gallery, and looked at things as you wanted at your own leisure. But he had he crested "No One Talks," and there was this eerie fucking music over the background, and everyone came out crying. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's because you're just associated with the fact that, you know what I mean, Kieri's going to die one day, and it just triggered that we're all going to die one day or something like that. But it was so simple. It was just 5 TVs, 2 with text, 3 with movement, a bit of eerie music, and take your time, and people were coming out crying.
And it was like kind of exhibition or where it was shown?
It was just in the studios in Fowler, in the Amata. But yeah, people were just coming out in tears. Compared to people that were like, oh, come and watch this half an hour choreographed dance piece about this and all this, people were just coming out like, oh, it was nice. Whereas if that was so simple, people were coming out in tears. Weird. He's just good at what he does. He's good at it, and I'm glad people are starting to see that he is good at it. Because originally people weren't. So I was kind of like, why do you not see it? He's going to be amazing. He will be a next pioneer. I don't know if he'll be the next pioneer, but he's definitely someone to. I don't think I'll make it. I don't think I'll bring anything new for people to talk about. Being honest, I love what I do, but what I do has already been done. I don't think it'll ever generate a fuss. Really don't. That's fine. That's completely fine. But I just think that I will be someone that kind of just gets through the career, but don't really have any hit moment or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think he'll just go unnoticed. He's got something different. Someone will be like,
well, even for him, it's nature to make those kinds of things.
Yeah, he's just got something that's new. I mean, I don't think it's refined yet. I don't think he's got it perfect. But he's on to, you know what I mean? He's on a creative wavelength that's not. People probably have done it, but it's just not as familiar. I think he just needs to refine it a little bit and get it a little bit, more fine-tuned.
But still, he's just 3rd-year student, so it's last year on uni, but still, it's really beginning actually.
Yeah. Where? Okay, is it? Alright, go on to my
I'm actually pissed off today because the second projector was supposed to work, but it's not working. I know why, but I thought that I would solve the problem. No. so I have to do it tomorrow again with different technology.
One minute, let me finish making my tea and then I'll find that video for
Yes,
you.
yes.
I just don't remember my tea, but I'll find it for you. It's on YouTube somewhere, and it should be on my Facebook somewhere.
Oh yeah, or you
So,
can just send me a link if you can't find it right now, or if you don't want to look for it.
no, I'll just finish making my tea and then I'm gonna cook finish. I'll get it up here.